welcome to another fire episode of Uptrend powered by iTele Media. I am your host, Austyn Ochu, aka the Ochu of the North. And today on this episode, I have with me a very important, very special guest. And you know how we do it? We allow them to introduce themselves. So, can we meet you, sir?
Thank you. Good day to you. My name is Philip Otoze Matthew, also known as Maphile. I'm a data analyst and a trader.
Welcome
Thank you for having
again. Thank you for coming again on set. Thank you for not being tired of us. So, you know how it is. We give all the trending gist, all the trending drama, all the all the buzz blast, the buzz that happens on Obasanjo's internet. So today we'll be discussing on some stream of issues. I hope you're ready. You brought your A game.
I'm with you.
Okay. So first off, we'll be discussing on the issue of shades. So a very important personality threw shades at his brother and of course another person. Do you know who I'm talking about? Okay, so in the person of Jude Okoye, that's the estranged manager of the defunct Peace Square. You heard the story. You heard
I did.
because he didn't mention any name.
Let's bring all the characters.
Okay, but you know your speculation is as good as mine. It's definitely going to be the brother and
also
Cynthia Morgan.
Yeah, two shades. Big shade at them.
As in, okay, so I read the reaction. I mean the shade. In case you have not gotten it, this is it. It said they all have one thing in common. They were big, influential, and successful when I was shouldering them with my platform until they got greedy and wanted to eat alone and so left. They never complained afterwards. Rather, they bragged about their newfound freedom and making it all on their own. Years down the line, they fell off the wagon and became broke. And instead of accepting responsibility and accountability for their choices, they are pointing fingers at the same person they left for their freedom. In quotes. What manner of madness is that? They can't specifically mention what wrongs were done to them, how and where. You can't sell goods to someone and later demand for them back while refusing to return the money spent on the goods. Steady spinning sentiments and emotions to see if I can be blackmailed into submission. You should all know by now that I don't succumb to bullying or cheap blackmail. They concocted and fabricated lies, attached money laundering and fraud to my name to get me jailed in order for me to break down within days and submit to their demands. But their surprises. Now, to their surprise, I sat it out for 2 months. Una dey find money when una don chop finish. When next they come out ranting, ask them what wrong I did to them that resulted to their present situation.
He said a lot.
He said a lot.
And I think he's just trying to clarify himself.
He hasn't been making any statements on this issue. It's just his brother, the twin, and that's Peter and Paul. And then is the Madrina.
Trying to clarify himself because, when artists now, they were the ones big and now they have gone down. It's clear. Everybody can see it because I saw a video of Cynthia Morgan.
She's not looking
good.
Some said maybe it's diet.
It's painful, actually, knowing
who she was. Okay, she's now Madrina.
So now this has happened to her.
Yes.
So its fingers will be pointed at, okay, who was managing her before? And it was Jude that was managing her before. Now this is happening to her. What's happening here? People are talking.
I get.
Even with Peter, and then you see he said that Peter reported him money laundering charges and then they arrested him and he was detained. Now this is just trying to clear his path. But I think in the midst of all these things, everybody should actually take responsibility.
Exactly. Because I was going to say that your responsibility as a manager is to take care of your artists. And we saw that when they were under his stewardship, like Jude.
Yeah.
When they were under Jude's management, they were quite and then after that somehow it came down, because I remember when P Square was P Square, they were the most paid artists in Nigeria. Like if you break their net worth between the both of them, they will still be more than the next.
So big.
Yes,
Nigeria in Africa.
in Africa. And then after that, it was downhill for both of them. It's not just one person.
Yeah.
I mean, but then also, what are the responsibilities? You should define these things in your contract. We have also the issue of this Olamide and
Yes.
his artists. Most of them, when they break out from him, it's hard for them to sustain themselves. And we saw that with Ololade Asake recently.
Yeah.
We've not. There was a time that every month he's dropping.
It's not easy. It's not easy for an artist without a label,
Yeah.
because the label covers you in different areas.
Mhm.
In different areas. So it's not easy. So them going down the drain, they have a responsibility. They have to be accountable,
Yeah.
with themselves. Why did that happen? But we understand that Jude taking away his covering
Yes.
from them would
Cost.
have cost,
Yes.
why that's this happening with their career.
I mean, a management team or a record label most times cover the cost of production, cover the cost of publicity, and then when all of that is
Do a
taken
lot for
away,
you.
some of them do not know how to recover it back.
Have to stand on their own.
And when they now see the figures, you know how much you're making in a month, and then you know how much is coming to you, you know how much your brand is bringing to the company, and you know when you realize how much the difference is, you say you are being
They owe
cheated.
their record label, after leaving. The record label still call them out to say that this person is owing me that money, or is owing me albums.
Exactly. No, I
Because
feel like
of
some
the
people do
signed
not understand contracts. They don't get their
Due
lawyers
diligence.
to do due diligence on this contract. Because when you say the artist gets maybe 30% of what they bring to the table, and then after some time the artist is saying that my management is stealing from me, they don't understand where the remaining 70% is going to. And I feel like if they were able to get that handled, we won't have this issue.
Not.
So
But
Jude,
it's a very tricky situation.
honestly, as an elder brother, please try and resolve the matter with the twins, and then hopefully we see Cynthia Morgan back in the waves again, in good light, not just please. It doesn't make sense. Talking about entertainment, we have NAPTIP declaring Speed Darlington wanted. So did you see this coming?
Darlington does a lot.
Yes.
And then I know he's doing it for the gram. He's doing it for the internet, because he even said that's how he makes his money.
I get it. Yeah,
That's how
of
he
course.
makes his money. He makes money off controversies like this, off attention.
But the last one was a lot. He himself did a publication where he was saying that
Was admitting
he was admitting to a case of rape, because any form of sexual interaction with a minor, whether paid or unpaid, of course, even paid self is illegal.
yes.
And then he was it a 15-year-old? He was a 15-year-old, and he admitted to that. I think that's why there is a declaration.
That's why they are looking for him, and they should actually, because you came out and you said it, but he
With
turned around
pride
and said that
it was the
it was
content.
content, that this is how he makes money.
Yeah.
But you still have some explanation to do at the end of the day.
You have to put yourself out there
And now he's
for
not in the country.
investigation. I've heard that allegedly that also he's not in the country at the moment. So
He probably knew that this was
yeah, of course.
he fled.
They should have done these things sooner. This is about 3 weeks or 4 weeks after.
Sometime after.
So Nigeria, we need to hurry some of these things up. It's too slow for my liking.
They have to do their investigation. NAPTIP have to do their own investigation on their end, and then they'll call you to say your side of the story. So I think that's overdue. Supposed to have called him a long time ago, like you said.
Exactly. So also we have this issue of Asakine, or is it Asakine or Asakine, and Becky. There's a video trending at the moment where the was some controversy on one of his content that he just shot. So what do you think about this?
I have a lot of points. Now there's the first point of Asakine, being generous.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Of course.
Now when you meet someone and you want to give someone something. If you can be doing it for the gram or whatever, but you still give someone something at the end of the day, which he does.
Yeah.
I follow him, which he does. And in this situation with this lady, she's said to be, is not engaged, but she has a boyfriend.
Yes, that allegedly.
Allegedly, she has a boyfriend, and the boy came out to say that this girl's my girlfriend. How will you start?
No, there
her
was a denial. She denied having any boyfriend, and she has never had a
She
boyfriend
said she has never
before.
had a boyfriend before.
And then there were tweets going on and on about how
Yeah.
this Kenny guy, and even a picture,
Yes.
how he's sponsoring her in even the university that she was picked up from.
So on Twitter, someone called out the situation and said that I know this girl, she's my guy's girlfriend. He's even sponsoring her in school, that kind of thing. So it started to bring a lot of talk that but you said that in your
But it's Asakine. Most girls would deny their boyfriends immediately they see him.
there's even most guys who deny that
Everybody knows a guy.
Anybody say Asakine.
Of course. Unfortunately, the reports came out that this video was AI. I mean, the picture was AI doctored, and the guy, they're looking for his what's it called? His location. They want to serve him court papers so that he will defend his staying in court.
I watched that video, and it was really explained how it was doctored. And I know it's also about AI. I know that you can do that with AI.
Actually.
But then we as viewers, we don't know the truth at the end of the day.
That's why you should go and prove his case in court. If you say that you have been paying her school fees from 100 level till now that she's in 300 level, that means that you have proof now.
You should have proof, yes.
I mean, it's not only going to be that picture
for a while.
It's not only going to be in that picture that you and her have had pictures.
Yes.
So
you can bring other, and I watched her video.
Yes.
Her response to it, she said that he should bring proof. He should bring evidence, more evidence of them being together. I think she's right.
That's bold.
She's right to call for more evidence.
Of course.
Because if you're accusing me wrongly, you should do it with your full chest, and you should do it with evidence.
Okay, so some people in the comment section are also appalled by the morale of it, that you just meet somebody and then the person is whisking you away from I think, is that Enugu or Imo? I don't know.
I think it's
to Lagos. All at a whim, just to have special time with Asakine.
Everybody knows Asakine, I guess.
So she can be comfortable, but I mean, I don't know. No, and I mean, some people are saying if there were ulterior motives to because some people have accused Asakine of demanding for things in return, because we've not seen Asakine do that to a male person. We've not seen Asakine do that to a male person.
No, but Asakine gives things to male. To guys.
Has he carried any guy from there? Has he carried any guy from Unipen to Lagos to shopping mall, iPhone 16?
Well, he has done things.
I mean, we appreciate the gesture.
It's a good thing he's doing, actually. But the talk of she just following a person that she's meeting for the first time.
But it didn't seem like she knew Asakine from the video before.
Yeah,
and we've had this issue of ladies being found in hotel rooms, mutilated, abused. So I don't know. You should take your safety seriously. Even you, I mean,
well, everybody should take their safety seriously at the end of the day.
I mean,
well, we thank God that it's not that's not the issue here.
Okay, that's not the issue here, but you get what we mean. Yeah. And also, we've had some other issues, and one of the social media activists, a very dark man, raised some very disturbing issues about a community in Edo State. And this community, I think they've been having issues with Fulani headsmen, and then also with the Nigerian Army. I think he was calling them, the Nigerian Army, out for abuse of power. In case you haven't seen that video, please, this is the video.
The community, and I'll take you around. I've seen a lot of destruction. This place was destroyed by the Nigerian Army as well. So there are a lot of discussion. Oh, but this one are still fresh out, so this came, according to them, Army just came and just started scattering. Abi Baba, how it happen?
When I did sleep for afternoon, so when the leg they pain me, I not well. Now they command me for inside main road. And they start take me sit down for that place, for the main road. And before I look, now they carry hammer, and I be beg. Now I just say, now my picking property now they destroy.
Okay, now your picking now in the cry from social media saying now in house with you. Okay, now the house with this so.
So what I go do? Well, before I look, now be the gun where they say hit me. Now they pay me till myself. I know the feel they go anywhere.
Sorry, sir.
Now I sit down for that place. Now more than they command me. Now that's okay. When I cook for the house, press me. I just have to scatter everywhere.
Make I go around and see this catching because I don't see a lot of destruction where they don't do around.
Yes,
and they said na army na in the cross boundary.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a warning to the Nigerian Army. With all due respect, you people have a lot of power, but you choose to abuse it, and I don't know why. An issue that you address with civility when I want use by force and by power. Now, there's a video I omitted from the last video I posted when I go Ogheghe for Edo State. The reason why I removed that video is because I know, say, if I post that video, it will cause chaos. And if you make Edo people go, they attack Fulani. But after I left Edo State, the Nigerian Army still went to that community and started scattering it. I will play the video so that you people can see, then you understand what I mean. And to the Nigerian Army, the ones that are there in Edo State, you better address this issue with civility, because if they start to attack themselves, you'll be to blame, and you make that state ungovernable for the governor. It's an advice, not be by force. But if you not continue in this act, and these people go attack Fulani, they start to kill themselves like Benue and Jos. By that time, when I go clear, it is a warning, and I don't talk my own. Now let me play the video. All right, so behind me is the evidence of his allegation that they're installing a camp for the Fulanis while demolishing their community. Now, I will understand his reason for believing this, because this place is in the bush. The place they are demolishing is just in front. And he's also saying that there are more camps of these Fulani people. How many other camps have you seen with your eyes?
The ones I've seen with my eyes, like this one, is just one of it. There's still about 4 inside. You can't go there.
Why can't you go there?
Because if anybody go there, will not come out alive. Even GPNG bullets have been recovered from here. Different guns have been recovered from here.
In this place.
Yes. Stacey IDs are where? AIGs are where?
But have you seen with your eyes?
Yes. We have seen with videos. There's video that the come used to pop bullets here.
Okay.
There are videos. We cannot go inside now because of the risk. As we are even here now, we are on risk. We are on risk. So
all right, no problem.
Let me go and show you the barracks.
Sure, you heard all the allegations in that video. While we were talking, a Fulani man came. When the Fulani man came, I told him, I said, this is what these people said. This is the response. So this man, they tell me something. In the tell me talk, say, you see this place, say, now give, they give them. Say, and also, this now the Fulani man they in charge of here. He say, and also, if the community don't want them, say, maybe they just tell them they go. You understand?
Who ask whether the communities are aware, whether how the entire year, whether the community they are aware.
Wait. I also highlight, say, they see some equipment for here, some guns and all that. He say that's not true. Say, but if you get proof, may them come with anybody, may they come check the place.
Videos everything there. The congestion with full vigilante with police. They don't call pack some bullets, everything here. The video there, Stacey IDs are well. Okay. The police are well.
Follow,
you understand? So all these are the people. They are bringing to our community, driving us away from our own community. Who give them here?
Okay.
They will not, you don't expect him to agree to it.
That's why they go Benue. That's why they have Benue. Nine na video they have Benue fa. Na jeguru na jina no na musu we ankeshe wae. Yanzu da na gya ma. Ko nkira woni bro lanka. Cut the camera. Now, after his response, we were there. I was still talking to him that me, I want peace. I want to address this situation and I hope to report to the authorities so that they can come in before it turn a bloodbath. As we were there, some other ones came and they instructed our bikes not to leave. If nobody say I use diplomacy, I swear to God, for that place, they go start to chook themselves knife. Those guys, when me and them come, and those Fulani guys. And I'm not even joking. I had to use diplomacy, speak to the Fulani man that, see, I know that a lot of things are happening behind closed doors, that you people might also be a victim. This thing, our government, they run am. I spoke to him and that was when everything calmed down and we left. I now called the guy. I spoke to him, I said, you say you see bullets on that place, do you have proof? Then he sent me a video. The video is in my possession. I am not going to post it. You understand? The video he sent me is in my possession. But I'm advising that the Nigerian Army in Edo State and the governor of Edo State should come in now. When they cry, they tell Una, say, address this situation. You are saying that the people of Ogheghe, they enter inside your land. That the land is meant for your barrack. Where you there when they build those buildings for there? Where were you, Nigerian Army? When those people were doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 building? Why didn't you stop them when they were encroaching into your land the first time? From nowhere, after they don't build a full community, you start demolishing and saying that they entered your land. Even if you are right that they entered your land, why can't you address it and tell them, oh, you entered my land, these are the papers. Let's speak to the state government to allocate you people somewhere else. Not be everything be gara-gara, because when they in child, when get gun, when get bomb, when I just enter.
Okay.
So looking at that issue, I watched the video too.
Okay.
It was 2 videos. So the first one, he was moving with some persons that had their houses demolished.
Yes.
And they said it's the army that did it. Even an old man in the video, somebody's father said they hit him at the back. He had to sit on the ground and they hit him at the back with a gun. So that's like an oppression from the Nigerian Army. Now, we know that the Nigerian Army is there to protect us. And with all due respect, we cannot see something like this happening and then not talk about it.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it's oppression and nobody should be oppressed. Everybody has their rights.
Exactly.
So I'm happy that
he brought it out.
He brought it out because a lot of cases of oppression happen. We hear them every day, but who will speak for you?
Okay, so also the issue of Fulani herdsmen now coming to come and settle in a community. Like, how does that work? How does that work?
Now, it's just about land grabbing, taking a territory, wanting to, push the people out there already and take that territory.
Because there are bold accusations of having seen bullets in the possessions of this person.
Yes.
And
so it's always by force.
It's by force.
It's always by force. If you see the war that's happening, also Israel with Palestine, it's also about, land, wanting to take over a particular territory. So these ones are saying that this is our territory. We have been here for the longest of time. And they are coming to
come and take
force us out of it.
We will not get into all of that world politics, but I really, really do hope that the federal government is looking into this issue. We'll be having series of them, like different communities. We have Plateau, we have Benue, and it starts with all these little disputes. Before you know now, they'll start saying that people are coming from outside the country.
So VDM said in the video that now it is small. The issue is small.
Before it escalates.
Before it escalates into something else, into killings and whatnot.
Okay. I know there are pieces of land that have been allocated to the army. I hope that they are able to barricade these lands so that people don't go and start building on them, and then before you know, after years, you now come and start doing demolition. It really costs people.
Yes. So while he was interviewing one of them, he said that he has been building on that territory, on that land, since 2011.
And he saw it.
It's over 10 years ago.
Yes.
So these persons are building on your land. If truly that's this army's territory, they're building here for over 10 years and you have not talked about it. Now that there are buildings is
That's when you
already
now want to go and
erected.
start
That's when
demolition,
you want to
mass
demolish
demolition.
and destroy them. Come on.
No.
They won't take that.
Okay, so over the weekend also, VDM brought to our notice the VIO's oppression. So we're not having only army now, army the oppressed, VIO self won the oppressed. He did a video of VIO officers blocking the road
Yeah.
immediately after traffic. I thought they even stopped VIO from doing that
Oh,
in the township. They still
do
do
that.
it.
They still do it.
This one,
But then, whole video, the video is funny because normally what will happen is that we, as the citizens, will be the one videoing something that they are doing. But in that video,
the guy
they
too
were
carried his
doing
own camera and was videoing too there.
you know, and they didn't say anything. It's like they were waiting for that to happen to have that as some evidence.
Well, it's not even morally sound that immediately after a stop sign, that is even if that order was
Yes.
not there, that immediately after stop sign you are blocking the road on a weekend,
You will cause a lot of hold up.
as in so I really do hope that the commandant will look into that, bring those officers, investigate what they were doing, if it was a sanctioned checkpoint. If it's not, please let due diligence be done. And lastly, on the issue of VDM, lastly, he resuscitated this issue of Mohbad. Yes, and then in this time around, he's asking Zlatan to speak on the matter. There was some sort of voice notes, and in this voice note with Samilari, he said he didn't want to talk something. So what do you think about that?
So I think that the issue of Mohbad, it's not a bad thing to bring it up
Again,
because there was a lot of accusation in accusing Naira Marley's camp of doing this and doing that.
even
you know.
his widow
Yes,
was accused at some point.
Umichi was accused at
Yes.
some point. So there's a lot of accusation going around. So there's nobody to point the finger at and say, okay, you are the one that we think. So it's like there's too many characters, in that scenario. So I think that's why VDM is bringing it up to see how, we can narrow it down because the boy, he died unjustly.
Until now, it has not been. But people, there are a lot of people that are out there saying that VDM rose to fame because of this Mohbad's issue. That he rose to fame on this Mohbad's issue, and that he was trying to take advantage of this situation again.
It looks like everybody was trying to take advantage of it because everybody was talking on it.
Everybody.
So you can also say that for everybody else if you want to say that for VDM. But it's not. I'm not defending VDM anyway because I know he talked about it a lot. Likewise, other persons.
Yeah.
But trying to get to the truth, nobody should fault anybody for trying to get to the truth.
Actually,
because he interviewed Sam Larry. I watched the interview
where there's a video of Samilari seemingly looking like he was oppressing Mohbad when he was alive.
Yes, it's a video.
And in this particular interview, he said that he has never had any physical altercation.
That's a
with
1 minute video.
Yes.
It's like cutting out, a clip of a particular event. So you have to look at that event, not
in general.
not at just one thing, because that one thing will lead you to a straight conclusion.
Actually.
Yeah, but not in defense of Sam Larry too.
Okay.
Because they need to do investigation. But at the end of the day, I like that,
they are still on their toes on this issue. And I hope that the police too are on their toes on this issue. It's not like it's only VDM, because VDM doesn't have any power to investigate at the end of the day. So
it's Zlatan.
But can he force Zlatan to talk?
He cannot.
If the guy is saying that he wants to keep to himself, he has his reasons. And according to what I heard, he said that if he talks now, blood will fill his mouth. That's some other deep things going on there. And I really do hope that they are able to address these issues. Well, for now, if the gist comes,
it does seem like Zlatan was part of.
He understood because he
was
came
happening, around this. So
we're appealing to you, Zlatan. In case you know something, say something, so that we will be able to put this issue of Mohbad to rest. I heard it's not been buried yet, so we are hoping. That's it for today. So thank you again for staying with us towards the end of this episode. I am your host, Austyn Ochu. Stay with us for our next episode. Thank you.